Welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Jay Vaz, and we are out here at Clicks Billiards on 290 in Hollister. Today's show is going to be a good one. I am joined by a good friend of mine. He was on the podcast earlier in the year. SalMex. We'll be talking about his new EPs. We'll be talking about his sponsorships, everything that he's got going on. That and much more on the Jay Vaz Show, baby. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go! Hit it!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jay Vaz Show.
And we are back today at the Jay Vaz Show. I am your host, Jay Vaz, and we got a special guest with us. He joined us on the podcast a couple months ago. Actually, about 6 months ago, you were at the on the podcast when it was just the audio version. And you've been showing mad love, man. We've been supporting your music. We love your music.
Appreciate it.
SalMex, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. Doing good, feeling good.
That's what's up, man. I see the whole new setup. You're doing good. Everything's looking good, man. That's so awesome, man. I'm so happy for you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we were just talking about the new setup. I was excited as hell to get this RODECaster. Hashtag no free promos. But it was excited as hell to get this RODECaster to be able to do this, come out here. Because for the people that know that are watching and listening, I stay far as hell from Houston. It's about an hour. So this makes it a little more, it's a lot easier to come out here and do the interviews with the artists. And it's just a little box. It's just a little box, man. So I just said no free promos because we're not sponsored by Rode, so we ain't going to talk about Rode.
Yeah.
But one of the things we wanted to talk to you about, man, your sponsorship game's strong, man.
Yeah. I'm appreciative to all my sponsors, man. I mean, thank God I'm blessed to have them, man. You know, one is, I don't know if you've seen Family Practice, Dr. Gooley.
Yes.
And then we're doing a fat loss, trying to lose this weight shot. It's a shot you put in yourself every day, right, in your stomach. But it's a little shot, not nothing big.
I was about to say, man, I hate needles,
Yeah,
man.
bro, I'm the same way. I got tattoos and I'm scared of needles, man. But you put it in your stomach, and it's been working, man. I've lost 15 pounds within 3 weeks. I think more because my belt loop was like, I have to add another hole to it. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's more.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
So it's a good stuff, man. It's actually really, the shot's good stuff, man. I mean, it's not, and I'm not saying just because I'm taking it, just because it's actually pretty good. And the lady's actually, Dr. Gooley, she's actually real into that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? She's not just, she's a regular doctor, but she's a down home, you know what I'm saying, Texas doctor, man. She'll go to your house and visit you, man. You know what I mean? That's how she is, you know.
What does the shot do?
What the shot does, one, the reason I like it is because she told me it works with your organs, not against your organs. So when you do, when you take pills and all that, it affects your liver. This doesn't affect none of your organs. It works with your organs. It's basically for diabetics. I'm not a diabetic, but they've learned.
Let me put that shit out there. I'm not a diabetic.
I'm a pre-diabetic, but I'm not a diabetic. But she said that they found out in studies that shot helps people lose weight. Like, it works for them. And I'm at the lowest dose right now. I'm at 0.6, which is the lowest dose, which is actually good because we're about to bump it up and see how that works out too. But what it does, it just basically it kills all your fat cells, I guess you want to call it. Your fat all in you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't affect you. Like, slowly, it takes it off of you. So it's good, man. It's really good.
That's
Something
what's up,
I
yeah.
recommend. I recommend everybody, you know, my big partners out there that need it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We all get a little older, so stuff starts getting a little harder. You know what I mean? This is helping me out. This is actually helping me out, man. Actually, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, I remember I saw you when you first posted the first video, and I was like, needles though, man. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fuck
Believe me, bro. I'm the same way, but it's really good.
Oh, yeah, so we were talking about your sponsors, and you know, one of the sponsors that we were familiar with from the get-go was the Tejas Lowrider movement.
Yes.
Cool people.
Yes.
Got a chance to meet John, and just as cool as a fan, like they say.
Yes.
So can you talk to us how that relationship come about with Tejas Lowrider movement?
With Tejas Lowrider movement, I had done a show at the Alamo Tamales, what I told you about.
Yeah.
And the show was great, man, and they loved it. And then I think they reached out to me one time. And I ran into John, and I was like, man, you look familiar, man. He was like, yeah, well, I'm the guy throwing the show together. I said, I'm SalMex. He was like, yeah, I know. He said, man, I want to work with you. So I started going to the shows. She should come to my shows. And I said, well, why don't you sponsor me? Why don't we, let's do this together, man. He was like, yeah, and he's really a God-fearing man, you know what I mean? He's really into God. So he started telling me about God, and I was like, man, I'm a man of faith myself, so that came about. And then John was like, well, you should just start rolling with us everywhere we go. You're going to be part of our crew, part of the TLM. I said, man, I'm with it, man. Let's do it. And John is an amazing guy, man. He's all his shows are free.
Yeah.
He don't want no money. He says, I just love lowriding, man. He said all my shows are free, and he goes, but the only thing that's getting to him is that where he throws the shows, they don't show him no respect. They're not showing the respect that he needs. You know what I mean? He's like, man, I'm not liking that. But he's really every show he does, man. It's always a packed house, lowriders everywhere. He does a hopping contest.
Yeah.
And it's free every time. There's never one time this dude charges for nothing, man. So. That's why I give this guy props, man. He does it just for the love of
lowriding. Yeah. I remember we talked to him and we talked to his brother, and they were telling us that, and they were like, we don't make no money off this. This is strictly because, or his brother told us, it's strictly because my brother loves it, and I'm basically, just supporting my brother. He's like, and I enjoy it myself. So we're just out here doing something that we love, and we had a conversation previously on another interview where we were talking about how important it is to love what you do, so it doesn't become something that the love fades away because you're actually enjoying what you're doing.
Yes.
So you guys recently had an event that y'all hosted with Tejas Lowrider Movement, and it was for Justice for Josue. And we were talking about the story. We touched on that, and how important is it to you to be involved in the community like that, to show people that, because as Hispanics I don't feel like we have somebody that, when something happens, like in the African American community, when something like this happens, there's a lot of artists that come together, and you know who they are. It's Trey's always going to be there, familiar faces. But I feel like in the Hispanic community, we don't have that.
Correct.
We don't have that. So how important is that for you to be like, hey, I'm here to support the community because of, not just because of stories like that, but with floodings and stuff of that nature.
Man, I feel it's very important. Our people have no voice right now. You know what I mean? We don't have a voice. And I believe it's important for us to have a voice. I mean, you got Quanell X. I mean, is that Quanell? Is his name Quanell?
Yeah, I don't know if
I don't
know if you're saying it right, but yeah. It's,
well, that guy, is it Quanell? The one that always goes to the...
Yeah.
Okay, so where's ours? Where's our Quanell X at? You know what I mean? So I recently had a meeting with LULAC, one of the main dudes from LULAC, which is the Latin organization that helps people out when either something happens to a Mexican or they get deported or something like that. I had a meeting with them, and I told them the same thing. I said, man, where's the brown superhero at, man? That's supposed to come out here and stand up for us, man. We're here standing, in a war with no gun.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I understand. I totally understand. I'm gonna talk to my head other people, and we're gonna get together and see what we can do. Because I totally understand what you're saying. Because I totally do. So we need to get together. So as far as this with the community, man, I think we need that, man. You know what I mean? Unity is everything, and without that, I think we stand to lose, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially now that, with the border and everything, with the wall and all that. So we need to be united.
And I think that's very important as well, because we have a lot of artists, a lot of talented artists out here in not just Texas, but just in the industry alone. And a lot of them always on their raps, they talk about how they stand for their people and things of that nature, but you're not seeing it in the streets.
Exactly.
So when you see people like yourself that, that are actually out here supporting things that is going on with their community, to me, that's very, very cool and very important that a lot of other people get to see that, because it's not something that everybody's doing. So I feel like you're an approachable person, and being involved in the community and stuff like that, it helps you a lot to be a likable person. It's hard if anybody says I don't like SalMex, it's just because they're being a hater.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and I'm not just saying that because you're here, but I feel with anybody, if anybody's out here doing what you're doing, and people just don't like it, it's like, all right, you're just being a hater, bro. Because I'm not giving you a reason to hate me.
Yeah, correct.
But I think with that, it opens a lot of doors for you. What do you feel has been like an opportunity that has opened for you because of the person that you are?
Man, really, well, since the beginning, I'm going to tell you something about John, too. Let me tell you back to John. John's a good dude, right? So John does all these shows. John helps people out. John does shows like we did that for Josue, and he got donated food. He got donated. Everything was donated. Donated food. He donated money. Everything was donated. I think we raised 1,700 for the Crime Stoppers. You know what I mean? And it was all donated. You know, and when you're a good dude and you know you're a good person, and you just there doing good things, I believe good things come to you. You know what I mean? So that being said, me doing what I do, man, I love what I do. Music is something that's, like I said, I respect my music. You know, it's helped me. It's paid my bills. It's fed my kids. I respect my music. I love my music. I love music in general. I told you I got locked up, but from that, people just came and they donated money and they got me out of jail. So that's one. You know, my mother passed away. People just came together. People I knew, people I didn't know, rappers, and they donated money. We got my mom the funeral she needed and she deserved. You know what I mean? So many things have opened for me. Even if it don't open for me, I meet people every day, and it's always respect. You know what I mean? Hey, man, you're doing good, this and that. It's always a good thing being humble and being good, man. Because if you're some other way, man, it's not gonna go good for you. It never does. If you're just in it for some other reason, bro, it's not gonna go good.
Because eventually it's gonna come out, and people are not gonna respect that.
Exactly.
So, again, we were saying how that opens a lot of doors for you. I saw you at the Premios Billboard Latino.
Latin Billboards.
Latin Billboards.
Yeah.
There you go. I couldn't get all the words together, but you get it.
Yeah.
How did that come about, man?
Man, shout out to my boy Midnight Productions, man. That dude made it happen, man. I mean, we were front row, man, right there in the bottom. And he was like, "Let's go. I got you your seat. I got you your tickets. Let's go." And I was like, "Where?" He was like, "Vegas." I was like, "Bro, no way." He's like, "We gotta go." And I said, "All right." See, sometimes you gotta sacrifice, regardless of what you think. You have to make that move. You know what I mean? So we made it out there, man, and it was something that I would never thought would ever happen in my life, right? I mean, I bumped into bed. I had sunglasses on. It was dark in there. You know, you seen the lights, and then you know, everything's shining. And I bumped into Becky G, bro, and I was like, my bad. I didn't know who she was. And I was like, and he said, dude, Anuel, he was there too. Yeah. And I was like, oh, dude, I just bumped into Becky G, dog. But it was cool. we're sitting in the front, and we seen everything happen. And Banda Recodo. It was so good, man. It was so good. We gave our cards. We shook hands. We partied, man. It was so good, man. I mean, I mean, I'm blessed, bro. I'm really honestly blessed to be there. It was when I was sitting there, I was just looking around. It felt like it wasn't even real. You know what I'm saying? Because to reach that, man, is something good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
you know, we're talking about how this opportunities come about, and not just this opportunities, but everything you do. We talked about how, you know, you ended up in Vegas with that. We talk about the stuff you do for the community. You're always doing features. You're always in the studio, it seems like. It seems like every weekend you're hitting me up about you doing a music video. I haven't been able to go, and I apologize.
That's all right.
But I was like, my boy stays busy.
Yeah.
How important is it to stay that busy, to be able to create those relationships? And how do you manage to find a balance between your music and your family?
That's a good question. Staying busy, it's a 24-hour job, you know, and it's kind of when I was in Vegas, it was kind of heartbreaking because my kids weren't there with me, and they wanted to go, and I was like, man, you know, and you know, I had to talk with my boy Lil G, and he was like, SalMex, sometimes you have to do what you have to do, and later on you'll see the benefits. They're gonna go one day, and I was like, man, you know, I don't know, man, I feel bad, you know, and it's hard to balance that, you know, but I know my wife, she tells me, you got to go. You have to go, man, no matter what. If we're not going, it don't matter. You got to go. I'll take care of it here. You go over there, do what you got to do. And it was like, man, all right. So, not believing I got a show I got a show coming up in Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
So, and the dude said, hey, come to my show. I did a show in Laredo, and I met that dude, and he seen my show, and he was like, man, bro, you cold, bro. You gotta love that cumbia stuff, bro. And I was like, okay.
Man.
Said, I got a show in Corpus. He said, and I would love for you to come, bro. I'll pay for everything. And I said, shout out to Jag. Brown Impressions is their name. He said, bring your family. I'll pay for the rooms for the weekend. y'all go enjoy Corpus Christi, bro. And I was like, y'all put y'all right by the water. And I was like, man, bro. He was like, bring your family, boy. Y'all enjoy Corpus Christi, man. Have a good time. I'll pay for it. I was like, bet that. And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's true.
Yeah.
You do benefit later on. Even though right now you don't, but you will benefit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's important. And all right, so since last time that we had you on the podcast, you've released music videos.
Yes.
You released Sin Decirme Nada. You released Sube la Botella.
Yes.
And those are your tracks. You've also released tracks videos that you've been featured on.
Yeah.
What kind of feedback and love are you getting from the fans from not just your videos, but all the work that you're putting together these last couple months?
I'm getting definitely good feedbacks and undercover haters, right?
Yeah.
So they see what you're doing, but they don't ever say, they just say, I see what you're doing. That's it. It's never like, man, that's badass, or congratulations, man. It was all, but you get a lot of people that say, man, I see you, boy. I see you doing your thing, bro. You have not stopped. And it's been like that, bro, for a long time. And you're always gonna get your hated, good with your bad, man. I've been getting good feedback. I got shout out to YTV, and they're not from Russia. They're from a place called Georgia, close to Russia. And I said it wrong because they're against them dudes or something like that. But shout out to YTV. I messed it up, but he's still a good dude. He reached out to me. He commented on one of the videos, and then I wrote him. I said, "What's up, man?" He messes with Bone Thugs and Harmony. So he reached out to me. We started talking. He said, "Man, I want you to do a drop for me, and I'll do an interview. As far as I'll do a review on your music."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Cool, man." And the dude has mad following, bro. Like, I think over 177,000 followers or
Nice.
subscribers on YouTube. And the dude's cool. He's cool dude, man. So I'm blessed that opened my door too, you know.
Yeah.
So it's going good, man. I'm glad the ball is rolling. But either way, if the ball wasn't rolling, I'd still be out here doing my thing.
Yeah, doing your thing.
Yeah.
So I know some of the videos that I'm familiar with that you were featured on. You did one with Real Flow. Shout out to Real Flow.
Real Flow, shout out.
Nothing to Lose was the name of the track.
Yes.
You also did one with Recognize from Blow Timer.
Correct.
Pueblo.
Yeah, Pueblo.
Pueblo.
Yeah, Pueblo.
That featured Lil G.
Correct.
Shout out to Lil G. I want to get Lil G on the show. Shout out to him.
I'm hollering for you. I got you.
And, you know, it goes back to what we said, building these relationships, how important it is to do that. And it just how you said, you always do good, and it's like good always seems to find you back.
Correct.
Because you could be doing features for people that are not pushing these records.
Yes.
And that also speaks on your talent, that people want to get you involved in, like, hey, so I featured him on the track. I also want to feature him on a video. Like, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what kind of feedback are you getting from those records that feature you on mainly the chorus? Like, what kind of recognition and feedback are you getting from that?
I'm getting amazing feedback. They're calling me the chorus king, and
Yeah.
and I'm blessed to get that, man. I mean, I just love music, man, and I do my thing. When I get in there, if I feel the song, I mean, it comes out incredible, and it's not me. I don't know what it is. I just do it, man, and it happens. And all the hooks. I don't know if you've seen most of the hooks. It's just me, man, and it's just, man, I feel it. And that's when I feel it, I'm like, man, let me drop this hook. I got it. They were like, you got it. We just played the song. I was like, man, I just feel it, man. Let me drop this hook. And that's the way it works all the time, bro. Like, if I feel it, then it's gonna come out great, bro.
See, when I was, that was one of the things that caught my attention when I first was introduced to your music, because I was familiar with your music years back when you did the tracks with Big Ram. But then when I heard the cumbia, I keep referring to it as cumbia pandillera, but I know you have a different name for it. It's barrionera, right?
Barrionero, yeah.
Barrionero, yeah. And
That's cumbia. It started off cumbia pandillera. Well, I was so into the streets, and that we were calling it that because we were all gangsters and keeping it gangster, but we changed it up because we're so hood. We still hood, but we just changed it up to barrionero.
And I think it's so important that you're doing this different style of music because it stands out amongst a lot of I feel like a lot of the artists here in Texas, especially Hispanic artists, are heavily influenced by the SPNs, by the Lucky Lucianos, and you can hear that in their music.
Yes.
So then when you hit play on your tracks, and then you start hearing the little
yeah.
and it's like, hold on, man, what's about to pop, man?
Yeah.
And it's a completely different style, and it's like, bro, you got something, like you got something that's completely different.
Yeah.
It sets you apart from these people, and I see that people love it because you've been doing a lot of features. It seems like.
Oh yeah.
What are some of the artists you've been working with, and some of the artists that you would like to work with?
I've worked with, Blow Time Boys. Shout out to the Blow Time fam. They're good dudes, man. I've worked with Real Flow, Low G, Rashid. I'm trying to think who else. Big Ram. Shout out to Big Ram, man. I've worked with a dude. We just started working with a guy named Rich One, and he's a black dude, but he knows Spanish like you wouldn't believe, and he plays all his instruments.
He's not like, what's that guy's name? El Compadre Negro? You know what I'm talking about? From California? Yeah.
The one that be dancing with the boots on and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting out there. But man, I'm blessed to do a lot of features, man. And who I want to work with?
Yeah.
Man, I wouldn't mind Coast, man. I think me and Coast would do something major. I think we would do something.
We had Coast on the show. Shout outs to Coast. He tunes into the show, so.
Yeah.
Hey, my boy SalMex, Coast. Coast be killing them hooks too, man.
Yeah, he's cool. I follow him when he was Twin Berettas.
Yeah.
He's good, man. There was a song called, it was a girl's name.
Yes.
I don't know the name of it.
Jezebel.
Jezebel.
Yeah.
I follow that song. I was like, oh, I love that song. And then ever since then, I've been following this dude. He's grown. And that's the thing about music. You grow within music. And I met a lot of cats from way back, and they come back, and hey, what's up, SalMex? Listen, man, we see you matured from your music, bro. I've seen you, and what I'm looking at now is so amazing, bro. Like, you're doing this other stuff. This not bachata. It's like Latin trap.
Latin trap, yeah.
Yeah, the Latin trap,
So how do you feel you've developed as an artist, and how important is it to have grown to who you are now from when you first started?
I think I've matured so much, because back then when you catch me and it would be something different, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to mess with you, and I was on my own lane. I didn't want to mess with nobody, and then I was not that I was scared of nobody. It was just that I was so paranoid about people screwing you over, and my family was just all I protect my family, man. And I didn't want nobody else walking into my family, because you never know nobody, man. I wrote that recently, too, on my wall.
Yeah,
I had to talk to my
remember.
pops, and he said, as long as you know somebody, you will never know that person. And I was like, I had to sit back and think about it, and it's true, because anybody will switch up on you any day.
Yeah. Sad, but yeah,
It's
true.
very sad, and it happens all the time, bro, But as far as me maturing and growing, I think, I've matured so much, man. I think I'm open to anything. I've never turned down anything, As far as doing something with collaboration with somebody, no matter if you don't have no skills or nothing, I'm still going to work with you. You come at me right, and we talk, but I'm going to definitely give you my feedback as far as fixing your music right. And I'll tell them, hey, I don't know if you take constructive criticism, but I
Here it comes.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you something, okay? I can help you. I'll help you, but you got to just, follow with me, man. Let's see how we can fix this. And I'm matured, man. My music has made me mature. Not as far as, I'm just blessed to travel, man.
Yeah.
I've been to so many places. Never thought once I'd touch feet in any of those grounds, bro. And I'm blessed, bro. I'm so blessed, bro.
I think that's one of the cool things of being an artist, and especially after years when you start seeing this start to happen to you, is like, okay, so I'm making shit happen. Because look at me now. Like you said, places you wouldn't think you would be at. So we were talking about the EPs you got coming out.
Correct.
You have your own EP coming out. Correct?
Yes.
Can you talk to us about that project?
There's no name to it now, not yet, but it's halfway done. And it's going to include the Sin de Sin Menadas and all those. And it's going to be that same style. And I think it's going to be more than an EP. I think it's going to be a whole album. But it's going to be something banging, man. The styles on my EP are going to be sick, bro. Sick. Well, I have 3 or 4 albums sitting in my computer right now that nobody's been listening to, bro. And that's something. I got a cumbia album that I need to put out. It's Cumbia de las Calles.
Yeah.
I still ain't put it out. I need to put that out. And that's all me and a couple homeboys. But like I said, I'm sitting on 4 albums, man, that I haven't even put out yet because I've been so busy.
But let me ask you this. As far as, we've had artists in the past that tell us that they don't like to sit on projects for too long because of the way how music changes.
Correct.
Is that also important, not so important to you because how your style is different?
Yes.
You're not riding with the wave.
Correct.
You're creating your own wave.
Exactly.
Do you feel that helps you be able to, I'm gonna sit on this project for another couple of years? They haven't heard this style of music, so it's not something that, you know what I mean? Like it's a new wave, anyways.
Yeah.
And it's gonna hit them like, oh shit, we never heard this, even
Correct.
if it's in 2022.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
How important is that to you that your style is completely different from these people?
A long time ago, man, I was always doing an album a week. I have mixtapes that are, I think I have like 14 mixtapes, and I was pushing it every week. I would do an album every week. Not no 4 or 5 songs. This would be like 9 songs and up. And I was in the studio every day, and I was dropping and dropping and dropping. And then now that where I'm at now, I talked to a guy one time. He was old school in the game, and he told me it doesn't matter. Because I never wanted to put never wanted to put music over, you know what I'm saying? Like I never want to show nobody the same music or go to shows and do the same songs. And he was like, it doesn't matter if you do it over. He said, where you're going, those people haven't heard that song that you have done. So it doesn't matter if you do it again. Don't feel that way. He said, as far as your music, it's all timing. Whenever you feel the time is right to put something out, do it. But never say, I want to put it out because all the time, I'm going to rush it. And then you're rushing it. Now everything goes bad. He said it's all timing. Everything in life is timing. If you feel like it's time to put it out, then you need to put it out. But not before then, no.
So with your new EP, is it going to be the cumbia style, or are we going to get the older version of SalMex on this EP coming out, or this album coming out?
You're going to get half and half.
Half and half?
Yeah. Half new style and half of the old style. And mainly, I have a CD that I've been selling for, man, 10 years, I want to say, or 6 years that I've been selling. It's just the first cumbia album I put out. And it still sells like it's brand new. They hear it, man, they love it. They wrote me, hey, man, I love your music. I never heard no style like that. And I'm thinking, man, that's pretty cool, man. This is the oldest CD that I got. And they're loving that CD. And shit, man, I can't ask for no more, bro. Really.
Yeah. And that's how I felt when I heard your music. I was like, I hadn't heard this kind of music. It was just different, eye-catching from the get-go.
Yeah.
So you say you don't have a name for the album yet.
Correct.
Do you have an idea of when we should expect for it to drop?
We'll probably drop that one sometime like in a month or two.
Month or two? Okay,
yeah.
so it's coming. It's pretty soon.
Correct.
You're also working on an EP with the Blow Timer Boys.
Yes.
What style are we getting on that? And is this like kind of like the what was the previous one y'all dropped? Madrugado.
Madrugado. No, this is a whole different genre. I mean, this is a whole. This is that new style. This is something new, party music, English. It's an EP. It's called "Slow Me Down in Texas" Volume 3. That should be dropping here like in 2 days or a day from now.
Oh, so it's coming out. Yeah.
So, but that album is lit. It's amazing. That album is amazing. Shout out to DJ Zone for hosting it. He screwed up the last 5, and the way he did it was amazing, bro. Like he from what I hear, he put the 2 turntables, and he does his thing, man. Like whether he messes up or not, he has to run through the whole thing. It ain't, I messed up, let me stop. And nah, he just does the whole thing, and it's amazing. You wait till you hear it. I wanted to send it to you. I gotta send it to you.
Yeah, I got it last night, but it was requesting me to request access.
Yeah.
I sent the request. I don't know if I've got it yet. We've been out here all day. So working with Blow Timer ENT, I remember the first time I had you on, I was like, from Blow Timer ENT. You're like, no, man, I work with them, but I ain't signed to them.
Yeah.
One of the segments that we have on here is we like to ask people artists that the streets are sleeping on.
Yes.
Do you feel Blow Timer ENT will be in that category?
Yes. There's a lot of cats, man, that everybody's sleeping on. Blow Time is definitely, my boy Burn and Recognize is definitely somebody they're sleeping on. My boy Mass, my boy Joker. There's so many artists, man, that people that the streets are sleeping on. But what can you do? It's all political, man. You know, there's nothing you can do. Just keep grinding.
Yeah, I seen Recognize just put out a music video.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I seen it actually last night. Last night I saw it. Are they? Obviously, their style is more on the rap side,
correct,
right? I feel like they enjoy working with you.
Mm-hmm.
how much do they like you bringing their cumbia, your cumbia style into their project, or is it just let's bring your hooks into the project? Like how is it working with them?
See, Burn makes the cumbia beats. He makes them. I make cumbia beats myself. So when I met them, I did a show at Los Magnificos, and I did the cumbia style. And Burn came up to me, he goes, bro, he goes, that style is sick, bro. He goes, I ain't never heard nobody do it like you. And I said, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. He said, man, we got to work. I said, cool. So I had their card, and I called him and said, man, what's up, bro? I think he hit me up about a song. And we started working. I said, why don't we do let's do a cumbia track? And he was like, I'm down. And then he started working. We started doing it together. I dropped the hook. He was like, bro, because that's sick. And then we just started. Ever since then, we just started. They love the cumbia
style.
Yeah, they love it. They love it, man. And but I don't think they were doing it before I met them. I think they did one here and there, but the styles that we're doing now is just amazing.
Yeah. It's. I can't express enough how much I enjoy listening to it.
Thank you, man.
It just brings a different vibe when you're listening to it.
Yes, bro.
So we talked about your projects. Where can people find all of your music? Where can people find you on social media?
Facebook / SalMex, the SalMex, ThaSalMex. Man, you can find me on all the platforms, iTunes, Napster. I was looking at my charts, my selling charts, and Napster's on there. I mean, everywhere.
That's wild,
everywhere.
man.
And it's going up and down. I think Napster wrote me $35 check, and it's Napster, any iTunes, anything. Just type in the SalMex, ThaSalMex. And then my email is sarlicitYent@hotmail.com.
We'll have that somewhere on here on the screen.
Yeah.
It'll pop up somewhere around here.
I work with anybody and everybody. The only thing, man, is just that I do charge. You know what I mean? Because that's the way I feed my family. You understand? And then some cats understand, and some cats do not understand. But you gotta understand, it's all a business in the end.
It's a business,
you know? But I always work with people. You say, man, you come at me for real. So, man, I ain't got no money. Man, I got like fucking $10. Let's work, dog. Let's work. But if I feel you're humble, man, and you're cool, and I get a good vibe, because I'm a vibe person, and if I feel like the vibe is off, I'm like, nah, man, I'm good.
Fuck
man.
this guy.
I can't.
Fuck this guy.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out to my Certified G's TV. I don't know if you heard of them.
No, I haven't.
Those guys too are also into these helping the community. My boy Vino, he. For the hurricane, man, he was out there in a boat. He was out there giving the water, man. That's somebody else that I'm working with too, man. So he wanted to be here today to meet you, but I think he had school or something like that. So, but he's gonna get with you. I think he's gonna call you here.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Appreciate that.
No problem, man. I love your show, man. I really do. I'm a fan of you.
Oh, appreciate it. Likewise.
You know, I think what you're doing, what y'all are doing, is great, man. Because nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
97.9. I mean, I shout out to my boy Kiati. I don't got nothing against 97.9 The Box, but there's political things that you need to go through and processes that you need to go through with them. There's not too many people. There used to be that TV show on
Still out. Street Flavor.
Street Flavor. It's still out?
Still out.
Really?
Believe it or not. My homeboy sent me a snap. Shout out to Ariel. He sent me a Snapchat the other day, and I was like, is that Street Flavor? He said, yeah. I said, bro, I ain't even know it was still around.
Yeah,
they still around.
D Solo or
D Solo.
Yeah. Well, something, I guess I haven't seen them, but you're coming out to be that new Street Flavor, you know.
I appreciate
what
that.
you're doing is you're giving people a reachable platform. You know what I mean?
That's our focus, man. Trying to help the independent artists, like I was saying earlier, not just help the independent artists, but hoping to bring, like for example, we have you on the show. If we try to link you up with Coast, or if we have Coast trying to link them up with Mr. Wired Up that's been on the show.
Yeah.
It's important that we not just help the independent artists with exposure, but help the independent artists with networking.
Correct.
You know, because I was talking to Coast, and he heard on the podcast we had somebody on. I'm not going to say no names because it's something we're working on, and he was telling me how, hey, can you plug me up with so and so later on? And I was like, yeah, bro, like this is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So if we get people from the north side, we get people from Houston. I just had a cat from New York, and if everybody listens to this, and we can help features. You know, people might not know about Cumbia Pandiera in New York. So if you do a feature with Cali RP, you go out there and get your name out there. You know, Cali RP style sounds fucking dope. Like it's nothing like we got here in Texas.
Yeah.
So people in Texas hear it, and it's helping people network, and hopefully people work together
Yeah.
to help each other outside of us.
Correct,
You know what I mean?
correct,
And build those relationships with outside of us. So I appreciate the compliment, because growing up I was like, Flavor TV was the shit, man.
Yeah, it was. It was,
Yeah.
man. It honestly was. I remember watching it, man. I was sitting at home and just be like, man, that's what's up, you know. But this is where you're at, man. I think you're gonna do something big, man.
I appreciate that.
And I see you upgrading. So it's kind of like, you know, you see maturity in the game already, and you going, bro. It's going, and I believe you, man. Believe me, bro. It's gonna get somewhere good.
Appreciate it, man. Before we let you go, any last minute shout outs?
Man, shout out to Certified G's TV. Shout out to Dr. Gooley, Family Practice. If anybody wants to lose weight and ain't scared of shots that bad, hit up
That
Dr.
bad.
Gooley at familypractice.com. Dr. Gooley, man, she's amazing. She will help you out. Shout out to TLM, my Texas Lord Movement. I got so many shows with John. I got one the 22nd in downtown. If you can make it, that'd be cool too. It's a B-boy breakdancing thing.
Oh, definitely. That'd be something different
yeah,
for me.
it's gonna be good. Shout out to my Blow Time fam. Shout out to everybody who was doing something, man, and not sitting at home not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's really that's all I can remember off the top of my head. Shout out to Brown Impressions. I will be there, I want to say next month, doing my thing. If you can make it to that too, that'd be awesome too.
Definitely, man.
Corpus Christi. So I think that's it. Shout out to Midnight Productions, my boy Midnight. Well, I don't know if you've seen the new video that we got coming out. It's a new song with W.
No.
They're on Mega 101 or Mega 104 or Mega.
The Mega Station. I don't know which 101.
Yeah,
101. Yeah,
they're already
yeah.
on the Mega Station. I dropped the hook to the song and the verse. They loved it. They jumped on it. So they're gonna push it to Mega, and hopefully something comes out of this real soon.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, shit, once again, we appreciate your time and wish you nothing but the best, man. You're killing it out here.
Thank
Keep
you,
at
man.
it.
Yeah.
SalMex, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Box though, you run your mouth all the time, but you don't box though. I'm